to one and all, myself Ruturajsinh Jadeja from Standard 7th. I am from Red House and I am from St. Anne's High School, Vadinar. Today I am present here to present a speech on Prime Ministers of India since 1947 to 2022. First Prime Minister is Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru was India's first Prime Minister serving as Prime Minister of the Dominion of India from 15th August 1947 until his death in May 1964. India conducted his first general elections in 1952. Earlier, Nehru had served as Prime Minister of the Inter-Government of India in the British Raj from 2 September 1946 until August 1947. His party, the Indian National Congress, having won the 1947 Indian provincial elections. The second Prime Minister of India is Lal Bahadur Shastri. Nehru was succeeded by Lal Bahadur Shastri, whose 1-year 7th term ended in his death in Tashkent, then in the USSR, where he had signed the Tashkent Declaration between India and Pakistan. The third Prime Minister of India is Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi, Nehru's daughter, succeeded Shastri in 1966 to become the country's first female Prime Minister. The fourth Prime Minister of India is Morarji Desai. 11 years later, her party, the Indian National Congress, lost the 1977 Indian general election to Janata Party, whose leader Morarji Desai became the first non-Congress Prime Minister. The fifth Prime Minister is Charan Singh. After Desai resigned in 1979, his former associate Charan Singh briefly held office until the Congress won the 1980 Indian general election and Indira Gandhi returned as Prime Minister. The sixth Prime Minister of India is Rajiv Gandhi. Indira Gandhi's second term as Prime Minister ended 5 years later on 31st October 1984 when she was assassinated by her bodyguards. Her son Rajiv Gandhi was sworn in as India's youngest Prime Member of Nehru and Gandhi families have been Prime Minister for approximately 38 years. The seventh Prime Minister of India is VP Singh Vishwanath Pratap Singh. After a general election lost Rajiv Gandhi 5 years term ended, his former cabinet colleague Vishwanath Pratap Singh of Janata Dal formed the year-long National Front coalition government in 1989. Next, the eighth Prime Minister of India Minister. The sixth Prime Minister of India is Rajiv Gandhi. Indira Gandhi's second term as Prime Minister ended 5 years later on 31st October 1984 when she was assassinated by her bodyguards. Her son Rajiv Gandhi was sworn in as India's youngest Prime Member of Nehru and Gandhi families have been Prime Minister for approximately 38 years. The seventh Prime Minister of India is VP Singh Vishwanath Pratap Singh. After a general election lost Rajiv Gandhi 5 years term ended, his former cabinet colleague Vishwanath Pratap Singh of Janata Dal formed the year-long National Front coalition government in 1989. Next, the eighth Prime Minister of India is Chandrasekhar. A 7-month interlude under Prime Minister Chandrasekhar followed. The next Prime Minister, ninth Prime Minister of India is P.V. Narasimha Rao. After the Congress party returned to power, forming the government under P.V. Narasimha Rao in June 1991, Rajiv Gandhi had been assassinated earlier that year. The 10th Prime Minister of India is Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Rao's 5-year term was succeeded by 4 short-lived governments Atal Bihari Vajpayee from Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) for 13 days 1996. The next 11th and 12th Prime Minister of India are H.D. Dev Gowda and Inder Kumar Gujral. A year each under United Front Prime Ministers H.D. Dev Gowda and Inder Kumar Gujral and Vajpayee again for 19 months in 1998 and 1999. In 1998, Vajpayee National Democratic Alliance (NDA) won the general election, the first non-Congress and he served a 5-year term as Prime Minister. The next 13th Prime Minister of India is Manmohan Singh. The Congress and its United Progress Alliance won the general election in 2004 and 2009. Manmohan Singh is serving as Prime Minister between 2004 and 2014. The next and now since Prime Minister of India is 14th Prime Minister of India is Narendra Modi. The BJP won the 2014 Indian general election and its parliamentary leader Narendra Modi formed the first non-Congress single-party majority government. Modi has served as Prime Minister since his party winning the 2014 India general election. Narendra Modi is current 14th Minister of India. Thank you.